You wake up to the smell of smoke. The news says a wildfire is spreading fast. You have minutes to leave before roads get blocked. What do you grab? In both cases, a bug-out bag could be the difference between survival and disaster. It's not about living in fear, it's about being prepared for the unexpected. So today we're breaking down what to pack, why it matters, and how to prepare a family-friendly bug-out bag. Let's get into it. Right, first things first, water. We can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. In a disaster, clean water sources can be contaminated or completely cut off. That's why your bug-out bag needs at least 3 liters of water per person per day, but carrying gallons of water can be heavy. That's where purification comes in. A life straw, for example, is a lifesaver, literally. This ingenious little tool can filter out bacteria and parasites from even the murkiest water sources. Water purification tablets are another lightweight and essential option. They're compact, easy to use, and can make questionable water safe for drinking. Remember, hygiene is crucial in survival situations, and that starts with clean water. Floods contaminate water supplies, earthquakes rupture pipelines, and even a simple power outage can disrupt access to clean water. So, pack your water, pack your purification methods, and make sure everyone in your family knows how to use them. Because when the going gets tough, access to clean water could be the difference between keeping your strength up or succumbing to dehydration. 12. You've made it out of the danger zone, you've found a safe place to rest, but your stomach's growling louder than a wild animal. You need food that's quick, easy, and packed with energy. Enter non-perishable food. We're talking about lightweight, calorie-dense options that will keep you fueled and focused. MREs, or meals ready to eat, are a great option. They're designed for the military, so you know they're durable and packed with nutrients. Protein bars are another essential item. They're compact, lightweight, and provide a quick burst of energy when you need it most. Look for bars that are high in protein and fiber to keep you feeling fuller for longer. And don't forget about freeze-dried meals. These are incredible. They're lightweight, have a long shelf life, and all you need is boiling water to rehydrate them. Remember, pack enough food for at least 72 hours per person. Disasters can disrupt supply chains, so it's important to have enough to sustain yourself until help arrives, or you can reach a safe location. And here's a pro tip. Rotate your food supplies every 6 months to ensure freshness. The last thing you want is to open your bug-out bag in an emergency and find a stash of stale granola bars. Imagine this, you're trapped in your home after an earthquake. Debris is blocking the door and you need to get out fast. What's the one tool you want in your hand? A sturdy, reliable survival knife? A good survival knife is like having a toolbox in your pocket. It can be used for cutting through rope, fabric, or even small branches. It can help you build a shelter, prepare firewood, or even defend yourself if necessary. Look for a knife with a blade made from high-carbon stainless steel. This type of steel is tough, durable, and resistant to rust and corrosion. The handle should be ergonomic and provide a secure grip, even when wet. And speaking of multifunctionality, don't underestimate the value of a good multi-tool. A Leatherman or Swiss Army knife, for example, can be a lifesaver in a pinch. They pack a surprising amount of tools into a compact package: pliers, screwdrivers, saws, even a can opener. So invest in a quality survival knife and multi-tool and make sure you know how to use them safely and effectively. Because when it comes to survival, having the right tools can be the difference between overcoming obstacles and being defeated by them. Chapter 4. Fire. Friend or foe? Fire. It's a primal force capable of both destruction and salvation. In survival, fire can mean the difference between a cold night and a warm, morale-boosting experience. But starting a fire in the wild is rarely easy. A reliable fire starter is essential in your bug-out bag. Pack a waterproof lighter with a butane window. A fire-starting kit is your best friend. These kits include waterproof tinder, a ferrocerium rod, and a striker. A ferro rod creates sparks hotter than the sun. It works even in damp conditions. Fire requires fuel, oxygen, and heat. Gather dry tinder, build a structure with kindling and wood, nurture your flame, protect it from wind, and never leave it unattended. Fire is powerful, but dangerous if not handled with respect. Practice building fires in a safe environment. In a crisis, fire can boil water, cook food, or signal for help. Pack your fire-starting tools and learn to use them effectively. Chapter 5. Patching up in a pinch. First aid essentials. In the chaos of a disaster, injuries are almost inevitable. Whether it's a cut from debris, a sprained ankle from scrambling over rubble, or even something more serious, you need to be prepared to handle medical emergencies on your own. That's where a well-stocked first aid kit becomes your most trusted companion. Start with the basics: various sizes of bandages, gauze pads, antiseptic wipes, and antibiotic ointment. These are your frontline soldiers in the battle against infection. Next, pack pain relievers like ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Remember, pain can be debilitating, and managing it effectively can help you stay focused and alert. Diarrhea medication is another essential item. In stressful situations, your stomach can react in unpredictable ways, and having something to combat an upset stomach can prevent further dehydration. And don't forget about any personal medications. If you rely on prescription drugs, pack enough to last for at least a week. Now, it's one thing to have a first aid kit, but it's useless if you don't know how to use it. Take a first aid course, learn basic wound care, CPR, and how to identify and treat common ailments. Remember, knowledge is power, and in a survival situation, the ability to provide basic medical care could mean the difference between life and death. So, pack your first aid kit like your life depends on it, because in a disaster, it just might. 11. Chapter 6. Shelter from the storm, staying dry and warm. Exposure to the elements can be deadly. Staying dry and warm is critical for survival. Your bug-out bag needs a lightweight, compact shelter system. A tarp or emergency blanket can be a lifesaver. Wet clothes can lead to hypothermia. Pack a poncho and spare socks. Your shelter is your sanctuary. Pack wisely. Chapter 7. Battling the dark, light, and power. Imagine this. The power grid is down, the city is plunged into darkness, and you're navigating the streets by the light of the moon. That's why a reliable light source is non-negotiable in your bug-out bag. First up, a trusty flashlight. Look for one that's LED, as they're brighter, more durable, and more energy efficient than traditional incandescent bulbs. A headlamp is another great option, freeing up your hands for tasks like setting up shelter or cooking. But batteries die, and when they do, you need a backup plan. That's where a solar power bank comes in. Leave it in the sun during the day, and you'll have enough juice to charge your phone, flashlight, or even a small radio. Remember, darkness can disorient, increase anxiety, and make even simple tasks dangerous. A reliable light source can illuminate your surroundings, signal for help, and provide a much-needed sense of security. And here's a pro tip. Store your batteries in the freezer. Cold temperatures slow down the discharge rate, meaning your batteries will last longer when you need them most. So, pack your light sources, pack your power banks, and don't forget those spare batteries. Because in a disaster, a little bit of light can go a long way. 10. Chapter 8. Staying connected. Communication and navigation. In a disaster, communication can be the difference between life and death. Know where to go, who to contact, and what's happening around you. When modern tech fails, have a backup plan. Pack a hand crank radio, walkie-talkies, and a map and compass. These tools keep you informed and connected. Familiarize yourself with local evacuation routes and safe zones. Communication is key in a disaster. Chapter 9. The unthinkable self-defense. Let's face it, when disaster strikes, the veneer of civilization can wear thin. In the aftermath of a major event, lawlessness and desperation can take hold, and you need to be prepared to protect yourself and your loved ones. Now, I'm not advocating for violence, but I am a firm believer in being prepared for any eventuality. And sometimes that means having the means to defend yourself if necessary. A can of pepper spray is a good starting point. It's a non-lethal option that can temporarily incapacitate an attacker, giving you time to escape. A tactical pen is another discreet yet effective tool for self-defense. These pens are made from aircraft-grade aluminum and can be used for striking, pressure point manipulation, and even breaking glass in an emergency. If you're comfortable with it and it's legal in your area, consider carrying a more substantial self-defense tool, like a personal alarm or a stun gun. But remember, with any self-defense tool, training is essential. Knowing how to use it safely and effectively can mean the difference between deterring an attacker and escalating a situation. But self-defense isn't just about physical confrontation, it's also about awareness, avoidance, and de-escalation. Trust your instincts, be aware of your surroundings, and if you feel unsafe, remove yourself from the situation. Remember, the goal of self-defense is to avoid becoming a victim in the first place. So be prepared, be aware, and if confronted, be decisive and protect yourself. 10. Chapter 10. The paper trail documents and cache. In the chaos of a disaster, it's easy to lose track of essentials. Waterproof copies of your driver's license, passport, insurance cards, and medical information are invaluable. Store them in a waterproof bag. Cash is king in a disaster. Pack at least $200 in small bills. Take photos of documents and store them in the cloud. Preparation is key to navigating a disaster. Outro: be prepared, stay safe. Disasters don't wait. A bug-out bag isn't paranoia, it's preparedness. Because in an emergency, seconds matter. Remember, we're not just packing for ourselves, we're packing for our families, our loved ones, and anyone who might need our help. If you found this helpful, subscribe to keep following the trail of facts. And tell me in the comments, what's in your bug-out bag? Let's get prepared together.